Hey there, Libra. This is a tarot card reading for April 2022. We're going to be looking at messages from your subconscious. We're also going to be looking at messages about expansion and growth, higher learning, as well as opportunities for new beginnings. In April, there are a couple of interesting astrological planetary things happening. There is the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. Neptune is a planet that rules your imagination, dreams, mysticism. And with Jupiter, it rules abundance, growth, expansion, and even luck. So April is an opportunity for dreaming big. And there are also 2 new moons in April. One on the 1st and one on the 30th of the month. So you have 2 opportunities for new beginnings. All right, so let's see what we have here. Messages from your subconscious. Facing your fears. Look for ways to strengthen your connection to the universe and others. Stay peaceful and calm in the knowing of who you are. And it looks like this is a lionfish here. All right, facing your fears. You have the Knight of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and Temperance. So Libra, it seems that there may be someone that you are interested in, maybe tried to pursue, maybe even was able to catch, but that didn't really work out. And so with Temperance, it's trying to kind of get to that place of balance again, where you feel that you can look towards the future with a sense of hope and optimism. So, yeah, it says to stay peaceful and calm. So definitely Temperance is there to help you out with that. In terms of the expansion and growth, you have Owl Spirit Wisdom. So owls are able to see through darkness. They also are able to have a higher perspective of things. You have the 4 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the 9 of Wands. So it seems here it's kind of you making sure you're okay and moving forward on a path where there's going to be some obstacles, and it's going to be a bit trying. In terms of new beginnings, you have chaos and conflict. So with this card, it basically says that, yeah, there might be clashes, there might be uncomfortable periods of instability, but really that those kind of are sometimes needed to recognize the different aspects of things. So if someone's for A and another person's for B and there's conflict there, it might be that through that process you find out, hey, what about C, D, E through Z or whatever, even numbers popping up. So that basically sometimes it's necessary to get new perspective. Maybe that's a succinct way to say that. You have the Four of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. So that's kind of indicates some type of maybe new job, new home, but some type of kind of indecision going on. So we'll clarify these things here. So let's take a look at the Knight of Cups over here. And see a little bit more about that. You have the King of Wands. So it seems like maybe with the Knight of Cups, you were wearing your heart on your sleeve, and maybe that was, you know, outside of your comfort zone. But basically it resulted in you having a period of feeling lost. So let's see what that says here. You have the Three of Wands. Yeah, it basically kind of is your subconscious. This area here is really kind of telling you to get back and recognize you have this wide opportunities. With the Three of Wands, it's for some reason I'm thinking online dating, even moving somewhere, but definitely take a moment to recognize, you know, what took place, feel all those feelings, and see how you can learn from that experience. Temperance is not only about, you know, peace and calm and zen. It's about taking things from the past, mixing it with the present, and creating a future that really can get you to a higher perspective. So let's take a look at Temperance. You have the Four of Swords. So yeah, definitely there's no need to rush things. Take time for yourself. Meditate if you need to. Take naps if you need to. Cry yourself to sleep if you need to. Definitely these cards are saying don't live in that. There's no need to live in that sense of loss. There's a lot more out there for you, and it might take some time just to just process things, but definitely you need some time to heal. But then there's this owl spirit and wisdom, so that process there probably will help you in terms of recognizing some things about yourself. So let's see what the Four of Pentacles we have. We have the Princess or Page of Pentacles, which is about learning, kind of figuring out a new sense of value. It also could be messages about new job opportunities, but I'm kind of sensing for most of you it is about learning more about yourself, learning more about what you need to feel complete and secure. Let's take a look at the Nine of Wands here, actually. You have the Six of Pentacles, which is about balance and harmony, but also, recognizing wants and needs. So there might be things that you want, there might be things that you need, and you can balance those out so that you're not feeling overwhelmed. And I would say also, if you're the type of person that is a giver, that the Knight of Cups over here, if you are willing to kind of, when your heart wants something, kind of to go all for it, don't be afraid to ask someone to contribute to that process. Like, I'm kind of getting a sense of when you know what you want, you really go for it. Probably because you usually are analyzing things, and when you finally are drawn to something, you kind of go all into it, and maybe even do too much, make things too easy for them. But basically, any type of relationship worth having, there's give and take, there's reciprocity. But if you're really doing everything, it's almost makes it so that the other party is not really interested in investing. So let's take a look at the Chariot here. You have the Knight of Wands. So it seems here that it's almost as if, definitely your sense of your heart that you're wearing on your sleeve, it's as if the universe is saying, hey, think about what it is that you want. Use your life experience, and really, is it that you want to just kind of pursue something where you can feel wanted, or are you going after something because you're passionate about it and you want to feel like you are actually reaching your goals? For some reason, it's almost a sense of you wanting to be with the King of Wands over here is making it so that you don't recognize you have that ability to be charismatic, to be passionate and desirable. And actually, as I'm kind of sensing this a little bit, it is like you're the one that's always pursuing things, but maybe let other people pursue you. And that when you kind of meet up, it'll be a passion in both directions, like equal. So let's see what kind of conflict and chaos needs to occur for you, Libra. And see what's going on with this Two of Swords. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to go back here. It's almost, I'm getting a sense of like, get outside of your comfort zone. So you are comfortable making the move when you know you want something because you know, something in your emotions make it so you want to pursue it. But really, with the Knight of Wands, they're more adventurous. It's not saying that you're not going to pursue things, but also just trying to pursue things in a way of making it playful as well. And part of making it playful is, you know, that back and forth, kind of, I almost want to say flirtation, but allowing someone to respond to you, like a back and forth dialogue, you know, where your wants, their wants are kind of being matched, as opposed to just going after something and willing to kind of throw your entire heart into it. I think it's that give and take, you know, it's almost playing that game. It's that give and take, and it kind of makes it where you want more. Okay, now I'm ready to come over here to new beginnings, conflict, and chaos. Two of Swords is clarified by the Three of Swords. So there's some kind of decision that you're going to have to make, possibly moving jobs, and possibly moving altogether. I'm going to clarify the Four of Wands. You have the Eight of Cups, which is basically moving on. Moving on from something that does not serve your best interest. So, yeah, for some of you, it might even be like, maybe you have a roommate and you're gonna be, you know, deciding to not renew the lease. For others, it's just not gonna be, whichever way you look at it, something is not gonna be enjoyable. So I think that the chaos and conflict is really within yourself and not necessarily someone else. It's almost, for some of you, it's almost as if the Four of Wands is your sense of stability, your sense of feeling confident, where you feel comfortable, your comfort zone. And the Eight of Cups is as if you have to leave that comfort zone. And it could be that the comfort zone has to do with having a little bit of detachment. So what I'm kind of sensing is this Knight of Cups, you being the one that wears your heart on the sleeve. You're the one that makes the choices and does the pursuing of things. You're in control over there. And so when things don't go well, yeah, you feel a loss, but almost a loss that is less than the loss of if you didn't put yourself in control, if that you allowed someone to approach you and have that give and take. So it's almost as if you have this facing your fears card. Is your fear to actually open yourself up and let other people in, to actually see them approaching you. So let me see what the King of Pentacles is over here. You have the Princess or Page of Swords. So here it's a sense of really being curious about a different type of person. So here, this attraction to the King of Wands, those that are like maybe really attractive, really confident, possibly even kind of cocky. Those that it's like you are trying to prove something by getting those types of people to yourself. And this kind of internal process of, recognizing that there is a dance that needs to happen between you and someone else, so that they're kind of putting in that effort as well. It's you kind of needing to deal with your own level of comfort and actually start being curious about people that are outside your comfort zone, outside of what you would be interested in on, a normal basis, or how you have been. And actually, the seeing those people that are more genuine, they're more grounded, they are not trying to, there's no, everyone has ego to some degree, but the King of Pentacles is really wanting to be a provider, a protector. So I think that this process here is really having you kind of change yourself so that you can start opening your heart and actually, process whatever upset or loss that you have, or disappointment that you have. Really, it's just a disappointment of how you've been pursuing your relationships in the past, and start being a little bit more curious about other types of individuals, because that's really where I see, at least for the next step, you're going to feel more comfortable in being open with those type of people, that give and take with those type of people, because they're really about long-term goals. They're really about having a good reputation and investing in something. They're willing to invest in a relationship and in you, if that's kind of where it seems to be matching up. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of your month to get a more full view of things. Be sure to check out your readings for sun, moon, and rising signs. We'll see you next time. Take care.